Yeah, obviously disappointing that we didn't come away with a win tonight. I thought we did enough, create enough chances. Obviously, they had a few opportunities in the first half, and I think we took away, those moments in the second half. And we're obviously disappointed with the goal that they scored. But yeah, it's a good reminder for us, when it's games like this where it's a must-win situation, it should lead us well into playoff football as well. And yeah, of course, we're disappointed to be out of this competition because it was something that we set out to do, was qualify at the start of the year, and it wasn't meant to be.
Any other questions, Austin?
Seb, I know we've talked a lot about fine margins over the course of this year. Another game where you have 4 or 5 chances, get very close. Haley at the very end hits the crossbar. How do you kind of keep your head above water when it keeps happening like this again and again and again? Where it's like, last year all those plays were going through, and this year it just seems like there's that little bit that's just missing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a killer in front of goal. We work so hard to create those opportunities to score, and you want that feeling of hitting the back of the net and walking away knowing that you've won the game. So again, it's something that we'll continue to work on. We have to continue to create those opportunities. Without that, we will never win games of football. So we've got to trust the process, keep going. And another day those chances go in. Maybe it's a deflection, maybe it's something, but we trust the players in those positions to execute. And like you said, it's been fine margins. It shaves the post or it hits the crossbar, like you said, and maybe on another day that goes in. So we just got to be persistent with it.
Talk about the one that didn't just hit the crossbar but went in with Marta's free kick on her 150th appearance for the club. How special of a player is she to be able to curl a free kick from that, and just how important was it to have her on the field tonight and have her be the leader that she is in this kind of moment? Yeah,
I mean she's massive. Personality breeds into the rest of the team. You can see how hard she's working. It's a great free kick, top corner, like no keeper saving that. And she executes it finally well. So, yeah, we're just happy to have her back fit and available for us. It adds another piece to the quality that we already have. And so, yeah, it was a very iconic moment for her and for the team. And, we like to see more of that.
Obviously, a lot of changes within the lineup tonight, specifically in goal with Cosette giving her second start. Just wanted to get your overall thoughts on her performance outside of the goal that she conceded. It seemed like she was very aggressive off her line, was good in distribution. Just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on her play.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold her at fault for the goal. Things happen, but I thought she was tremendous coming off her line, being aggressive, made some really crucial blocks in the first half. And yeah, it's important that we keep that competition at goalkeeper. Obviously with Anna and Mac have played a lot of games. Cozy now has played 2 games in this competition, so it keeps it fresh, it keeps it healthy. And I thought she did extremely well tonight.
As you kind of turn back to the NWSL competition, you have 2 games left, both very crucial. You control your own destiny in terms of the standings, sitting in 3rd right now. Just looking ahead to Washington now with another crucial matchup, just how do you kind of rebound from this game and head right back into that?
Yeah, we got to move on quickly. Like you said, it's a quick turnaround between tonight's game and then obviously the game in Washington. Technically they don't have a lot to play for at second place, but I know any game against Washington is going to be a battle. It should be a good rehearsal for what playoff football could be like, both with Washington and then ending the regular season with Seattle. So, yeah, we want to play in these games. We want to, get our, competitive mindset going as well. I think that leads well into the postseason. But we know it's going to be a tough game going there. You know, they're on a good reign of form right now. They've got some good quality players, and so our character will be shown in those games where, you know, there's still a lot at stake for us. You know, we want to finish as high as possible. I think to be where we're at and clinch playoffs is a good place to be. You know, only the third time in Pride history that we've done that, so we should be very proud of that, doing it with 2 games to go. But we know as well how crucial it is to finish as high as possible and get that home field advantage. So that will be our aspirations in the next 2 games.
Sean.
You've spoken a lot this year about wanting to get off to a quick start and especially scoring first. Tonight, that's something that the team struggled with at times this year, but tonight they really got off on the front foot. Like, he scored first, got his first half goal. Can you talk about kind of both the importance tonight of being able to do that after, you know, games where you've been unable to, and also is that something you feel like can carry on to the next 2 games?
Yeah, I think statistically, when we do score the first goal, it normally leads 2 points. And so we'll continue to start games the same way we did tonight, getting that first goal, giving ourselves a foundation. We would have liked, obviously, another goal, but yeah, we fell short with that. Give us that cushion that, you know, if the opponent does score, then obviously we're still taking the lead. So, yeah, I think anytime we're in games, whether we're home or away, we always have aspirations to score that first goal. It's our mentality. We want to be on the front foot, and it doesn't always happen like that, but it's important that we don't concede the first goal as well. So, yeah, you know, this game, it's sometimes the brutality of it, you know, when you have good momentum and then, you know, you can get caught in a counter-attack. So you've got to make sure that you are punishing the team when you have good momentum by scoring, obviously, the first goal.